Hi everyone, it's Jennifer from Auburn Yoga and Pilates. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to do a little bit of Pilates with a bender ball. You could adapt without it, but if you do have a little squishy ball that you can use, then please grab it. Okay, let's get started. So we're actually going to start off with the ball between our feet. And coming into an all-fours position. You want your wrist creases parallel to the short end of the mat. And then from here, you're going to come forward into a modified plank pose. Engage those abdominals, lift them towards your spine, and then press back. So maybe a little bit beyond that all-fours position, but likely not all of the way back. We're going to come forward and back. And forward, and back. Keep going. And last one. Now, shorten up so that you really are in an all-fours position. What we're going to do is curl our toes under. We're going to come into a cat pose with our back. So we're going to flex our spine, and we're also going to hover our knees off the floor while we do that. So scoop and drop. So pointing those toes toward the back as you come into a cow pose. So pressing that heart center forward, going into that back bend, and then again, we'll flex the spine and hover those knees. Keep going. And then switching positions, taking that ball, and we're going to wedge it behind our low back as we come into a seated position. So coming into that seated position, taking that ball behind you, and from here, scooping back. So scoop and lift. Two more. And then one more, hold the back of the scoop. From here, we're going to open up to the right. So open to the right, come back to center, open to the left, come back to center. Right, so staying at the back of the scoop while you do this. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up, one more set of scoops. So scoop back and come up. the scoop again, and come out right, center, left, center. Tracking that arm. And last one. And coming up, and now coming down and taking that ball behind your sternum. So I'm trying to find that comfortable spot. Pretty much if you could go straight back from your sternum, you'd find your ball. Legs are bent, arms are out to the side, and I'm coming into just some crunches over that ball. Twisting to the right, coming up to center, twisting to the left, and you guessed, coming up to center. Keep that going. Just a few more times through on this. Last time to the right. Last time to the left. And removing that ball. And then taking that ball under your right foot and starting with your arms down by your side, lift and drop those hips for a bridge. So you obviously have your left foot on the floor, which is a stable surface. And then you have your right foot on the ball, which is obviously an unstable surface. So you may find yourself a little bit wobbly at the top. Of course, you want to try to be as steady as possible, trying to mimic how you would be with both feet on the floor as much as possible. Now this time we're going to hold it at the top and extend that leg. Extend, pull in, drop those hips. So lift the hips, extend, pull, drop down. Again. leg out. Now from here, drop and lift the hips. Lift. Lift. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those hips. Lift that left leg up. Trying to get both legs as long as possible. Modified. You can always put a degree of a bend in that lower leg. So arms are up if you can keep your torso stable. Circle that leg. So really trying to engage those abdominal muscles so that the rib cage does not rock from side to side as you're doing this. Reverse direction. And hold that leg at the top. And now we're going to basically windshield wiper that leg. So let the leg fall out to the side and then bring it slightly across the midline of the body. It's not going to go too far because you want to keep your hip grounded, but going over and back. And keep that windshield wiper movement going. And of course, you're trying to keep the hips and the ribs stable. So engaging those core muscles as you do this. Two more. Last one. Taking it down and taking that ball underneath your left foot. So just like the other side, you have one foot on the floor and one foot on the ball. Arms are by your side. Lift those hips for a bridge. This time, adding on, pull the top and extend and retract the leg. Extend, retract, drop down. This time, hold the leg out, lift and drop the hips. Be sure to keep the inner thigh of that long leg engaged so that the knee stays pointing up to the ceiling. and dropping it down, and taking that leg up. Again, try to get both legs as long as possible. If you're able to, lengthen those arms and circle. Reverse direction. Hold the leg up, windshield wiper movement, going over and across. Last one, and drop that leg down, and grabbing hold of that ball, rolling over. And placing that ball as close to under your sternum as you can. And starting off in a Sphinx-like pose. So from here, we're going to lift, we're going to reach, and then we're going to pull back and lift just a little higher, coming back down. So, lift, reach, sweep back, drop down. Lift, reach, sweep back, drop down. And coming down, just temporarily resting over that ball, and then moving in to a sideline position and taking that ball underneath your rib cage. So helping to support the lift of those ribs, but try not to collapse down into the ball. Trying to use that ball as a reminder to keep the rib cage lifted. Nice long neck. Now, it's a little more challenging to keep the lower leg long. Modified, you can bend it, entirely up to you. Try to keep your torso perfectly still. Reach that right arm up, kick forward, kick back. So it's going to be tempting to arch your back when that leg comes back, but you really want to resist that. Really trying to keep those abdominals engaged so that the torso stays as still as possible throughout this. And then take that leg back to its initial position. Externally rotate that leg and lift and drop. Point up, flex down. Point up, flex down. While you're doing this, please remember to keep your hips stacked. You don't want that upper hip to fall behind the lower one. It may mean your leg doesn't go as high as you like, but that's okay. Hold it here, kick forward and back again. Externally rotate, lift, and drop. Two more. Last one. Okay, switching sides. And again, try to keep your rib cage as lifted on that ball as you can. And taking that upper leg parallel to the floor, bringing the upper arm vertical, kick forward, kick back. Hold it, neutral position, externally rotate, lift and drop. And hold that leg parallel to the floor, kick forward, kick back. 8. Last one. Hold that leg in a neutral position, externally rotate, point up, flex down. And last one. Okay, removing that ball, coming back to your back. And taking that ball under your sacrum. So right on that flat spot, just over the hips. And then taking those legs up. Getting them as long as possible, arms are by your side. Coming into a single straight leg stretch. Hold both legs up. Now, single, single, semicircle. So, single, single, semicircle. The move is self-reversing. So, single, single, semicircle. Keep it going. Single, single, semicircle. And one more. it down, coming off that ball. Take that ball and place it between your knees and coming into a traditional bridge. Lift and drop. Squeezing into the ball as you lift up. Now, this time, hold the top of your bridge. Now, you've got to be squeezing into the ball, or this is not going to work too effectively. Extend, drop down, drop the hips. Come up, try the other side. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Two more on each side. And dropping that down. And removing that ball, coming up to a seated position. And taking those feet out, wider than your hips. Ball comes up in front, spine is nice and tall. Now scoop as much as you can, pull the abdominals back, stretch the arms forward, lift back up. So scoop and come up. And trying these for 8 more. And last one. And holding it up nice and tall, and then bringing it around to your back. And coming into a single leg stretch where we pass that ball under our leg. So modified, you can keep your head and your shoulders down, or long neck, tuck chin, and switch. And last one. Now taking that ball between your legs somewhere. It can be between your ankles or between your knees. It really is just a preference. Bringing that head and shoulders back up into that cervical nod. Reach those fingers toward those ankles and lengthen and pull in for a double leg stretch. Four more. 3, dropping it down and taking that ball under your feet. And from here, coming into the roll-up. So we're going to work on extending our legs as we come up. Arms are overhead. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, coming up. Inhale, coming slowly down. Just gonna, I'm a little crooked. I'm gonna straighten myself out a little. Okay, and again. Sorry about that. And 2 more. Last one. And we might as well hold it here, up on the top. So, that was just about half an hour. So, we will stretch now. Nice job. Okay, bringing those legs out in front and holding forward. Coming up, bringing those feet together and folding forward. Stretching that back body and those outer hips and thighs. And coming up and circle your spine. And reverse direction. Holding it up nice and tall, looking up through the crown of your spine, and reach over, lateral stretch. Try to stretch that side body. And switch. Really exaggerating that lengthening of your side body. And then twist. And other side. Bringing it to the center. Remember, all of these Facebook videos are uploaded to YouTube, and they're categorized by type. So all the Pilates are together, all the gentle yoga are together. So please check those out and subscribe. Hope you're all doing well, and we will see you soon. Take care.